After purchasing a historic 1850s mansion in La Rochelle, real estate tycoon Robert Arnold planned to convert the property into an ocean view resort. The mansion was rumored to be haunted, but Mr. Arnold hopes the rumors will start up a profitable business. So to supervise the renovation project, he assigned Pierce Jameson. Pierce and his fiancée Claire moved to La Rochelle. Amazed by the old decor and ambience of the Moreau mansion. As the renovation begins, the engineer suffers an accident, and the construction crew claims there is something lurking in the mansion, which Pierce is unable to believe. But then, one night, Pierce and Claire meet a woman who tells them the strange legend of Madame Veronica, the previous owner of the mansion, and how first her husband and then she herself mysteriously disappeared. But it was not just Veronica and her husband, but others have also gone missing from that mansion and never found. And the list includes her own son. Searching for answers to the mysterious disappearances and what the engineer might have seen in the mansion, Pierce begins to investigate. But not known to Pierce, he himself was being bait by the mansion. Pierce returned home a bit late that night and went straight to his office. Claire went to meet him, but as usual, he was busy working on the blueprints. "You're not going to have dinner?" "I'm not hungry." "Are you at least coming to bed? Don't you have to sleep?" "I'll be there in a while. Don't wait for me." Claire sighed as she went to bed. But before she knew it, waiting for Pierce, she dozed off. Pierce hasn't come to bed yet? It was 6 a.m., dark and pouring outside. Worried, Claire went downstairs to the office. Did he fall asleep in the office? But entering the office, Claire found it empty. She searched the house, but Pierce wasn't home. Did he go to work? As the construction crew began coming in that morning, Claire immediately went to meet Pierce's assistant. "Richard, do you know where Pierce is?" "No, madame. Is everything all right?" "I don't know where he is. He's missing." "What? Monsieur Pierce is missing? Didn't he return home yesterday?" "He did, but he had been working late nights for the past few days, and sometimes he went out. I thought he would come to the mansion for inspection." "But madame, ever since Monsieur Gaston saw the spirit and resigned, the construction crew has been afraid. They won't come to the mansion. They won't come to the mansion after sundown." Pierce lied to me? The entire crew searched the mansion. But hours went by, and they couldn't even find a clue. That afternoon, the police were informed, and a search was conducted in town. But a whole day went by, and nothing. Madame Claire, for the past few days, we had been noticing Monsieur Pierce behaving a little strange. What do you mean? He would spend a lot of time staring at the portrait of Madame Veronica, and sometimes it would feel as if he was talking to it. The other day we were removing the portrait from the mansion. He suddenly became angry with us. Hearing the men, Claire had no doubt something wasn't right. She realized if she wanted to get to the bottom of this mystery, if she wanted to find Pierce, she would have to stay the night at the mansion. "I'll stay in the mansion tonight." "What? Madame, at least let me stay with you." "No, I have to do this alone." As the electrical lines hadn't been installed in the mansion, Richard arranged for sodium lamps, powered by generator battery, for Claire, and brought some food, water, and supplies for her to spend the night. "Madame, are you sure you'll be all right?" "Yes, Richard. I have to do this by myself." Claire looked around the mansion. In this light, it seemed as if she had traveled back in time. Walking up to the portrait, Claire stared at Madame Veronica. She was truly beautiful. Claire was devastated, and deep down inside, she was afraid. All that ran in her mind was the strange rumors about the mansion. How Madame Veronica, her husband, and the townspeople had gone missing. Did the same happen with Pierce? There has to be something more. Claire waited. She paced the hall. She sat She lingered in front of the portrait, but an hour went by, and nothing. Until the grandfather clock struck in the grand hall. Claire walked down the hall. When she heard the voice of a man. Who was that? Is someone there? Pierce, is that you? All of a sudden, Claire felt as if someone were running towards her. But when she turned, the halls were empty. What is going on? Claire walked back to the portrait. Distinctly hearing the sound of a woman's cry this time. She was afraid. She didn't know what to do. And in all this, the light began to flicker and turned off. Claire took out her flashlight and tried to turn on the sodium lamps, but the battery was burnt out. And that's when she sensed a presence. Who's there? Claire hurried down the hall, following the figure. She couldn't catch up, barely catching a glimpse of the figure go upstairs into the last room. Claire hurried after. But stepping inside, found the room empty. There was no one here. But there were some old relics, medals and trophies. Elizabeth Vincent. It had been raining all night. Early the next morning, Richard arrived at the mansion, desperate to know how the night went. Madame, are you all right? I'm all right. Madame, did you see something? I'm not sure. Do you happen to know anyone in town named Elizabeth Vincent? Elizabeth Vincent? The Vincents are one of the most prolific families in town, equal to the Moreaus. They have big businesses. There was a time when they and the Moreaus were in business together. Elizabeth Vincent passed away years ago. Her son Anthony Vincent inherited all his grandfather's wealth. Anthony also passed away some years ago. He's survived by his daughter Matilda Vincent. Finding the Vincent mansion, Claire went to meet Matilda that evening. Hello? Hello, I'm Claire Jameson. My husband is renovating the Moreau mansion, and I discovered a picture of your grandmother. May I have a word with you? Seeing the desperateness on her face, the woman realized something wasn't right. Are you all right? Come on in. Is that a portrait of your grandmother? Yes. You look just like her. There's a portrait just like this in the Moreau mansion of Madame Veronica. What is this about? My husband, Pierce Jameson, was supervising the renovation of the Moreau mansion. Ever since then, strange things have been happening. And 2 days ago, my husband went missing. He didn't tell me anything, and he would never leave just like that. It wasn't just him. In the past, others have also disappeared. There has to be something. All these people, they can't just go missing without any explanation. Please, you have to help me. You have to help me. If I find some more clues, I'll be able to solve this mystery. It's after a long time. The Moreau mansion is opening up. I'm aware about what people say about the Moreau mansion. My grandmother was a good friend of Madame Veronica, and my father honored their friendship and never betrayed their secret. I can guess why you're here, but I won't be of much help. Is there anything you could tell me about the Moreaus, about Veronica Moreau? You see, her father, Bernard Moreau, was a father figure to my grandmother. My grandmother used to say Bernard Moreau was an elusive man. After his wife's death, he became quite isolated. How did he pass away? As far as I know, he suddenly became ill, and his health only worsened. My grandmother would express her concern for him. Bernard Moreau was apparently worried about something. He never mentioned what it was, but he said there was a secret in the mansion. A secret, if he could, he'd destroy. A secret? Something inside the mansion? I don't know whether it was something. I don't know, but before anything, Bernard Moreau passed away himself. Claire noticed one of the photos. There was something familiar in Veronica's hand. What is this? It's a trophy, but it also has a secret. What secret? It's an ancient architectural marvel. It's a key. A key? Yes, it's not just an hourglass, it's a key. It has a certain weight. If placed in the right position at the right place, due to its precise weight and placement, a chamber opens up. I've got to go. I've got to go. Returning from the Vincents, Claire went to Pierce's office. She was searching for the blueprint of the old mansion that Pierce used to look at all the time. Finding it piled on the papers on his desk, Claire noticed a portion of the blueprint marked out, a wall between the lower level and the first floor. Was Pierce searching for the wall? Did he find the chamber? Is this what Bernard Moreau was talking about? Immediately taking the flashlight, Claire went to the mansion. Reaching the spot of the chamber, She stood in front of the wall, wondering how she'd get to the other side. Claire's heart raced as the wall opened up, revealing an entrance. It was dark. There was a strange odor inside. Claire stepped inside, looking around, when she suddenly spotted something in the corner. Pierce? Is that you? Pierce was unconscious on the floor. Pierce! Pierce! Are you alright? We have to leave the mansion right now. As she ran towards him, the flashlight suddenly flickered off, and Claire felt a strange presence around her. Veronica? It is she.
Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.